my colleagues from the government, our elders, and everyone here present, good evening. I remember when we were chasing her, her husband and I have been good friends and childhood friends, and so I was part of the squad that made it that she had to come to our side, and we are very grateful. You've been a good wife. Thank you, and I know you listen to Tongaga, so you will allow me to speak for the benefit of the majority in Tongaga. Yen and the jam one chan jam lepto kulo gachin ke ya tinga kidi bilwen le kola ne ke bi ogutena e gichi rienti akuda ramio chike o chol the lawyer, the youth, or call it a community center, watching the ideas on how to mobilize even more, given that it is not going to be an easy undertaking if you look at the amount required, and probably there will be more needed. So we watch a late one with the leadership Ramio. I keep going like it about the Eton who quite a quite die who are participating, and not only that, they are extending their hands through contributions. And I know even those who did not do it yet will be able to do that. We were like it. Because these numbers are huge, and you all came here to support Ramio, raise funds to construct a youth center that will be a community center. A little bit of background to that plot. And I'm a member of the executive of the community council chaired by the Honorable Daniel Day. I am the treasurer, and so I know very well how we got the plot from our dear brother and uncle Major Tulba Board. It was to be the community center, but does it make difference? Youth and community is one. The idea is that we're going to have a center that will accommodate our community, our youth, women, and everyone from our background. So whatever name it takes, personally I have no problem with that. And this is the reason why I have come here. I know, yes, Wachachol, Kaimanduan, but to some it might be that I came here in my capacity. Wazir, and keep and then I was here. Yes, and I call up Alanduan, but I keep and then Manduan, like all of you who are holding positions, but in Chibenten, the community that, because that's where I come from. Tinongin Kiakuma Be, Yigwe, just like other Jinubin, Yigwe. But primarily, I'm here in my personal capacity as a member of the community. Target the key evaluate. No one can do one, Kiki Yugin Cock, good one a year. It doesn't matter a Manduan or Toji, well, among another state or a county, but all the same, government officials represent the entire country, one community. So I am in that capacity. And I don't care about garment and get you about garment because the kid in a garment on Gideon Toka. To know in Jinubin go Louis Kapua, Chief of Ponka, when Okia Kuma, no a policy government on how to support that, that I will work on it and you will get your share just like others. But as of now, actually the budget line in the government appropriation for this. It is dear to our hearts, all of us, we are quite calling. Even quite keep Ben, it's not for any reason. Enanga when quite bad, she went on into Mera. And this will take me to a little bit of advice that yes, we may be having our own issues internally as a community, but it's unique to us. We've been working to avoid Eloneoga, so we feel strong about being wronged by any of us. How we wrote as a community. Yes, we can be telling each other, in that you cross here, you are not supposed to do this. But let us all care for our own unity and protecting our name collectively. We would not come here to discuss this disagreement or issues in this forum. Today, we are live all over the world now through the technology. I do not think it's in order for us to bore people who are not even aware that Oganong are small issues. These things are not only unique to Rumbek or to Aga, and we need to be handling them. Knowing that we all belong here. So can I be Van William? The two wrongs don't make right. This is not to say we cannot call out any one of us trying to break our norms or our values or cause discord, which would be undermining our overall interest as a community. But we need to do that with care. Can in a equitable way, let us be positive. Criticism or other interests, they can always be part of life. I want to declare here that this event, the fundraising, is a success already. You look at your numbers. Look at your numbers, and a lot of pledges and contributions have already been made, and it is still counting. So let us leave here knowing that this center will be there. So the issue now is a matter of when, but the center will be there. I'm proud of our young guys, the engineers, the architects, and those who conceive the idea to build the center. Put up like this must first begin as an idea. So somebody thought that we need to have a center. So then that was translated into a drawing that we saw. It is now being actualized by raising money to start the work. And so I am certain that it will be done by all of us. A clarity of what you want to do, of course, making efforts and ensuring that you are consistent or persistent. So now idea is clear. We want a center for our youth primarily and also the community. And then we need to raise funds from our own. This is going to even increase the ownership of that place. You can imagine everybody will see themselves part of it. So if there is any greater care to be given, I think that center will be well taken care of by everybody, because there's no one single rich guy who would get the money alone and then dictate the terms and can even tell you, if I didn't do it, will you be seated here? It will be us now, all of us. And every fiesta counts. So Angelo said it here, without downplaying those who may have put in a little higher in respect of someone who has put in very little. The reason is that in the game means a lot. Then a change can give you something and remain with some change to still do other things. But all of them, very, very important. The issue is that now we are agreeing and have a common goal, something we want to do together. Very important. And that we pool our little resources such that it does not, burden a particular group, a few people, or even individual. So I shared responsibility. So I'm very excited about that, and we will support each other and make sure that our center is there for, and already there is going to be accountability, because the whole world is knowing today the Rumbek Youth Union, Chikai Pechol, Kukai Jambanong project. So you can't afford not to do this, because that then it's in a point we will win our expectation raised, and others are ready to learn from us. I've had a young man mentioning something earlier about they have seen us doing it, they will also do it. So I think we need to do this, and it will go through. There will be so many benefits about that, about the center. It will even give us the feeling that we can do a major project after that as a people. And that's how you build, social cohesion, sense of pulling together in one direction, and then understand the importance of development. Now, there are those of you who rightly appreciated our leadership in the persons of His Excellency the President for what he has done for this country from the time he sacrificed as a young man until now, fighting for our freedom and self rule and government, and he was lucky to see it through, that we have a country today. To his personal relations with every corner of the South, he is responsible for all of us. And so when we declare that he's very close to us as a guy, this does not exclude others. As a leader of this country, he loves and he served and cared for every community. And so when we sit here celebrating, we are not suggesting that there are others who are less important or closer to him. And this what explained even how government positions are shared or how they move. So at times you would find an area may be lacking a position at one time, but another time they can even have more than they need. It is because that's how it works. So there are times we would feel that we didn't get what we deserve, and there are times we feel like we are thanking him now that as much as we may want more, at least we are contented with what we have now. That I share with you, that people must be grateful. You don't take things for granted, or it is not about it is just my right that I should be having it. Because positions are never enough to cover all of us who deserve as communities around the country at one given time. So there are times others would wait, and this one get a chance to represent the rest and later on. But what is important is that we must acknowledge this. Or else, value, but you are grateful it will be achieved. So I'm very happy, and I expected you as my community to be aware of that, and you've done it. Now, I spoke as a member of this community and how I share the desire for this project to succeed. But I cannot miss to talk as a government representative in this setting now, that whatever you are doing here actually fall within the government program toward the whole country. That's why everything is being done to build and maintain peace with all the challenges that are happening. The reason, because anything else we want to do, peace must first prevail. The second is the program. The peace agreement we have is actually a manifesto of its kind. Only that one party does not own it for now, but all the parties. That program takes care of the aspiration of our people by encouraging communities to not only live peacefully, but to progress and enjoy development or have the sense of actualization of what they want, their aspirations. So, for example, you want to have a community center that falls directly under the government intention to support every community and all our citizens to be happy, like where we are seated here now in a peaceful environment. You have this facility that you are using to talk about your plan. That's the government, and the government will do this even more, because the focus, we have always been drained by conflict and other global challenges. But we are determined now to make sure that what is within our control as a government, we will be doing that. We will want to create an environment for people to do things that they desire to do for their own development, including social, the learning, and the unity, and coming together that space will create for this community is what should happen elsewhere. Every community should decide what they want to do. Maybe you want to have this center for meetings concerning about social problems, issues about our culture, our values, or developmental activities. So I want to state it clearly that this is also a government program, and government will support in many ways, creating a conducive environment and an enabling environment for our people to do the things that they wish to do. We believe that it is about time that we stop fighting or violent political competitions or small things like the one you are condemning here. Why should we be always negative about ourselves? Why don't we look at the positive one and focus and join the rest of the world in being part of the progress, and not just remaining with the bitterness that may be as a result of our long history of oppressions and conflict. We need to move away from that. To come to the end of my remarks, I am aware that there have been groups, artists, Coach Kid, Jimmy Marquania, I invited musicians, and I know it's a burden on the organizing team and Ramio to have invited them. We thank you, all of you, for also supporting us with very excellent entertainment, encouraging words from artists, Rachita Kodakon, and our own artists. We do appreciate that support. I will work with the Ramio leadership and see some token of appreciation. I'll not be in a position of a child and go to everything, but we will liaise with and see how we can appreciate your talent and the time that you go attend. I do not wish chairman to announce because I am fearing being beaten by the phase one. But I will try if I will find my place in around there. So don't worry. Whatever I'll manage, you will be able to get it. But I want to give you promise that it will not be that alone. All the time, we will make sure until that center is seen. So we'll be working together. I have talked to some of my team. We will organize another fundraising. I'll be talking to my friends who are not necessarily from Rumbek, but they do support us. Because in here really talk so I will be doing that, reaching out to as many friends as possible, South Sudanese and non-South Sudanese, and we'll see how we can help. So I think these guys who have been running the system, you also deserve a cup of tea. All will be channeled through. So while I get I'm happy that young people, the majority of you are here. Let us not mistake the absence of majority of our elders for anything. You know, this is now our time. Now you are owning things. And I want to encourage you to do that. You can achieve anything, whether what we have put our heads together collectively or even individually. All you need, just be focused and keep pushing. Otherwise, Mama Margaret, thank you for turning up, and everyone. I pray that you go back to your homes, and that each time any of us call on us, we should come. That's why I actually had a long flight, about 15 hours, and I had to come here because when you are given the role of a guest of honor, the guest of honor is not anything for me in this case. Is to come and help these young people raise the money they did. That's the message. It's not about me. It's not about me. This is not a political rally. And if I want to do politics, I know how to do it. Those of you who are seated here are not necessarily interested in politics, you know. So let us separate things. We cannot take them. We are one community, and we need to support each other. The role of a guest of honor is actually to empower and help the organizing group achieve their objective. It's not about. So if somebody was to say that if they don't attend this meeting, then they are sending a message to me. They are not. They are actually absconding from their own responsibility and not supporting the young people, not me. because these people and that center doesn't belong to me. But it's just like each of us has turned up here because they have called on us. So I can't boycott that meeting because one of you I don't like. So we want to college for your time. Please rest assured that we will do everything collectively as a community, and also the government is serious about ensuring there is progress going forward. We cannot find ourselves in the same circle all the time. So definitely this is not a forum to announce a government plan, but I can assure you it is not going to be the same again. Thank you.